Today we send an open letter to the people of the internet. Stop it! Today on the show. Good morning, scallywags!
That was really vigorous.
We got important stuff to talk about today.
Let's talk about the fact that you look a little different.
It's Monday.
No,
I mean,
it's
we
not
got a new background, so it's got to be Monday.
No, it's not Monday.
What day is today?
It's Thursday.
Oh, that's why I don't have a tie on.
Yeah.
The M99 wore off.
I thought I felt a little funny.
Yeah. I mean,
Anyway.
I slept a long time.
It was good though. I needed it. It's a little crick in my neck, but it's fine.
So, I'm more important than you are. And
No. I'm more important than you are.
That's true, and your opinion doesn't matter because
As much as your opinion.
because only my opinion
Right.
is right. 'Cause no one's important, no one's opinions are correct, except ours. And if you disagree, you can go ahead and unfriend me now.
But don't unsubscribe, please. Don't unsubscribe.
Yeah, don't unsubscribe.
No, don't unsubscribe.
But no, I'm making a point because that's what today's episode is about. And that is, people have become too self-absorbed, too self-important, and the opinions of others and feelings of others no longer matter. And I blame the internet.
I can't disagree with you. I think that everyone is looking to grab some type of instant recognition, whether it's good or bad. As a parent, you know when children start to seek attention, they will do anything to get your attention, whether it be good or bad. And I think that's where we've devolved to.
And people that are typically kids that are attention starved. Hi, Bella.
Hey,
See,
Bella.
Perfect
Yeah,
example.
perfect example.
People that are, lacking that attention, they do tend to act out in a more, just putting in a sense of good and bad in a bad way. Because bad attention will get you attention faster than good attention.
Yeah.
So
Rule
I think,
of 4.
yeah.
Rule
So
of 4.
I think that's what it's come down to. So explain Rule 4.
The rule of 4 is basically, is you can tell one person something good and it'll go to one person. But if you tell one person something bad, it'll spread to 4. Because bad news travels faster than good news.
That's
Likewise,
the whole,
bad behavior.
That's bugging me. It's that whole thing about how there's no such thing as bad press. Well, it's got bad press. It's actually better for you than good press.
It is. I mean, look at any newspaper nowadays. You don't see anything good, really. You see a lot of bad news.
For that matter, you don't really see a newspaper anymore. I mean,
What is a
kind of
newspaper?
obsolete. See,
You seen
things
a
that
newspaper recently?
yeah, they used to have them in phone booths.
What's a phone booth?
Exactly.
Oh well.
But we're going to give a few examples today of some things that have happened over the last.
I know
few
what a phone
months.
booth is. That's something Superman changes in.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. What's he do now?
I don't know. I mean, think about what Clark Kent does now in the digital age.
Well,
I mean,
especially when they went to like those half booths before.
he's-
While he's changing,
he just
he's on. Get the tie off here. Shirt.
checking out the latest memes. Why don't they write that in the comic books?
I know, right?
Superman likes memes. What does Superman like? Anyway,
But anyway.
let's get off topic. We do that really good.
So some things have happened here over the last few months, and we're going to give a few examples of these. And this is a topic that could very easily have gone political.
We could have broke one of our rules, but we're going to try not to.
Right. So it could have gone political. It could have gotten way too serious. So we've decided basically to kind of throw out the example and then essentially make fun of these people.
Yeah.
Because one, they deserve it. Two, they deserve it.
And three, we like to do it.
We like to do it. And four, they deserve it.
Hey, did you say that they deserved it or not? I couldn't remember.
I don't remember if I mentioned that or not, but you're right. They deserve it.
Yeah.
They definitely do deserve that. So in case I didn't mention it.
So right off the bat, the one that sparked my interest, which really kind of struck me in the duck butter, was the old man ranting at a public park because a lady had on a Puerto Rico shirt. Now, set back. I'm going to teach you a little geography, a little bit of history. Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, which means they are U.S. citizens. So she wore a Puerto Rican shirt, you idiot. You were yelling at your own fellow American.
What was the rant about exactly? Because I
Basically,
missed
the
this.
lady looked Hispanic, so he was ranting about how they needed to go back home. They were taking jobs. She had no business being there. The same old shtick that people are doing here lately. Why, you fool? I caught myself.
Does that have an E on the end?
He could, if he wanted it to. I had to catch myself. I was getting a little passionate about that.
Yeah.
But it's like, why are you worried about it? I mean, if you didn't know any better, she was wearing a Captain America shirt.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Because
Just
if
look
you
at
ever
Captain
the pattern
America's
of his
suit, you know.
outfit, it's Puerto Rico,
It's Puerto Rico.
pretty much, yeah.
Then we can go to another topic where,
Well, there was the kid in the Trump hat.
yes, there was the kid in
Now,
the Trump hat.
I don't care what your political beliefs are. I really don't. I don't care if you voted for Trump. I don't care if you voted for Hillary. I don't care if you were a Bernie fan. I don't care if you voted for someone that no one ever heard of before.
Gary Johnson.
I don't care if you penciled in Howard the Duck, like I did. But
The Quackernaut?
yeah, the Quackernaut.
The Quackernaut.
The point is, there's that age-old saying about what opinions are like. That everybody has one and most of them stink.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that. It's because it's just an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
An opinion doesn't make you right. Doesn't make you wrong. It just means you have an opinion.
Yeah, I have an opinion. You have an opinion. It's kind of like your private parts. Everyone has it. Not everybody wants to see it.
Don't go shoving it down someone else's throat.
That.
That is also
yeah.
a good analogy.
It's for some reason I want to say see Monday's episode, but the video basically
God.
was you got these two kids, and I mean the kids like teenagers.
Yeah, they're like, I
I
think
want to
he
say it was
was
like
15.
15,
16, yeah, they were
sitting
young.
sitting in a restaurant, just mind their own business, having dinner or whatever, and just guy walks up and steals his hat and throws a drink in his face because the kid had a "Make America Great Again" hat.
Takes the hat, says he's going to go put it in a fire. Common
Put it in a fire.
courtesy and
I'm going to fight a
decency.
fire and then I'm going to put it in it.
This is where the decency aspect
Yes,
of...
Cass.
Okay, so you said this kid is 16, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the mind of a teenager, like, that screws us up so bad. Like, if someone wants to come up to me and do that, like, I know mentally I would be the same. Like,
Sure.
especially if they just constantly
Jump
crapped on my political views, because
one's
apparently
out.
teenagers aren't supposed to have them.
Oh yeah, no.
Which,
'cause-
like, just from like a mental standpoint, that's not a good thing to do.
Well, that's not a very... Number
It's also
two...
not a moral thing to
I
do.
mean, it's not a moral thing or a good thing to do for anybody, but you're right. Teenagers, I mean, they've got enough on their plate as it is, and so to, tear it down to brass tacks here. He assaulted
Yeah,
a teenager.
you don't just go into somebody and throw... It'd be like me walking into and throwing a drink in Shaboo's face. I would probably make sure it was highly salted, and I would aim for his eyes, but that's the point.
If it was just water, I'm sure.
So I would
try to
just
make
wait
sense
until he
of
made
it.
coffee the next time and then pour it into his pants in retaliation, and then the war would begin. But yeah, so.
God, how do I know it's
sue
hot?
me.
How do I know it's hot?
Speaking of suing, but we'll get to that in
Yeah.
a minute. But yeah, I mean, okay, so this kind of goes back to something I said earlier, where it's become a thing on like your Facebooks and your stuff like that, where someone will, especially like during the election and stuff, and especially when it comes to like the whole Trump topic, because it never fails in any presidential run. Not everybody's going to like the president. That's a given.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this time around, it's definitely more divided than it's ever been in the past.
He's definitely polarizing people. I will give him that.
Right. Now, whether you're for him, against him, doesn't matter.
Against the spaghetti and the skip. What is the guy? The spaghetti monster.
The flying spaghetti monster.
Yeah, the flying spaghetti monster.
The point being that somehow, over the course of the last couple of years, and it's largely thanks to the internet, social media, and the fact that everybody is connected now, and everybody wants their voice to be heard, everybody wants their 15 minutes. That
Everyone has one of these.
Yeah. That it does inflate the ego, and now we're getting into this point where this is what life is becoming, where too many people are saying things like, Trump is an idiot, and if you're someone that supports Trump, then just go ahead and unfriend me now. Well, here's what I have to say to people that post things like that. I just unfriended you Not because I support Trump or not because of anything. It's because if you base our friendship off of what your beliefs are versus what my beliefs are, then you're not someone I need to associate with to begin with.
That's a very valid point.
Thank you.
That's a very
I'll be
valid
here
point.
all week. You may applaud now.
That means you're better than me? I don't think you're better than me.
Everyone's better than everyone.
Yeah. Nobody cares. Honestly, if I'm walking down the street, guys, I don't care. Whether you're wearing something, whether you're wearing something that respects your different cultural beliefs or your different culture at all. In fact, I'm probably more apt to stop and talk to you because it's neat, it's fun, it's easy to learn with. So for people who hate on people because they cover their heads with a hijab, really, you don't have anything better during your day to do?
Cass, yes.
Cass,
All these.
Come closer.
come closer so we can hear you.
Gotta grab my game. Hold on.
Well, Cass comes in closer here. Well, no, I thought you said you were getting something first. Go ahead.
Okay. All these people that like, I'm gonna get kind of aggressive.
All right.
All right, all these people that like complain about like women wearing hijabs and stuff. It's like every religion has a form of headwear. Catholicism has nuns with their coverage. Orthodox Jewish people have their form of a hijab, and of course
With the yarmulke, yeah.
no, even like women have a form of headdress.
Yeah.
Orthodox
They have it.
religions.
Yeah.
Hindu has it. Like
Most
every
of your major
religion
religions,
has
right,
a
yeah.
form of it, and I don't see why people get upset because the same thing that
It's because they're Muslim.
It's
Yeah,
because,
but
yeah,
like the
it's
same thing
exactly.
in
Because we're scared of Muslims.
is doing to cover her hair for her religion is the same thing a nun does.
Yeah.
And I've actually thrown that in a couple people's faces at school, hating on the Muslim girls at
I'm going to explain it, and I'm going to say this in the way that this is not my opinion in any way. This is what the masses that are against this type of thing. This is why, and this is what your typical.
You have red hair.
Oh yeah, that happens sometimes. It's this is what the typical your redneck racist whatever
Joe
they
lives down the street.
Yeah,
right
pretty
whatever
much.
they may happen to be. This is what their response would be, because nuns have never flown planes into buildings.
That's going to
it's
be
true.
it. Yeah, it's true.
It's true. Now, again, that is not my opinion. I'm saying that would be the rationale of
I have actually heard
the
that
ignorant
in
people.
more times than I can remember.
Yes.
Well, no one so and so never flew a bit.
The ignorant people that come up with these things and are offended because someone's a Muslim, that's their train of thought, and it's ridiculous.
When you look at the grand scheme of history, America has been attacked big time 3 times.
yeah.
Two of them happened to have been the World Trade Center, and one of them was Pearl Harbor. That's it. London gets bombed routinely. Tokyo gets bombed routinely. Seoul gets attacked.
Go to the Middle East.
Go to the Middle East. Right now,
All
go to the
the
Middle
time.
East all the time. We are not special.
No, but because we're Americans, we think we are.
And I am
Yeah.
spitting everywhere.
And
That's how you think you're getting all riled up, and that's good.
the greatest thing I've ever heard was actually on September 11th, 2001. I was listening to him. Of course, that day everybody was glued on the
Everybody's
news.
glued to the TV, the radio, whatever.
I was delivering pizza that day, and so I'm driving around. I'm listening to NPR, and there was a guy on there that said one of the most bold things I've ever heard, and by God, he was right. I'm quoting this as closely as I can. The United States of America is essentially the Egyptian Empire or the Roman Empire of this generation. The only difference between us or the Egyptians or the Romans is when we try to control the world, we want them to like us for it.
Ooh, that actually is pretty
Ouch!
ouch.
That is a harsh.
We took
harsh,
a quick left
harsh
turn here
truth.
real quick, and we may have to give ourselves a penalty for talking too political.
Well, but I'm but explaining some of these things, and it's true.
Yeah.
And then that does go back to what we're talking about here about being too self-important. So now,
yeah.
So let's get back on track here. We'll get back on to some of these other examples we were going to give. You mentioned suing me for the coffee thing.
Yes.
Now, explain there was a lawsuit.
There was a lawsuit that was threatened to happen because of three little ladies in a Sears. I didn't know.
I didn't know Sears was even still around.
Yeah, it was one of the big mall chains. It was like Sears, Dillard's, or J.C. Penney's.
No, it was
JC
either
Penney.
Sears.
Was it a Penny's?
It was a penny.
Chapo says it's a
That
Penny's.
makes
We're
more
gonna go
sense,
with
but
it.
Sears doesn't exist anymore.
And
Okay, well, the ones that do are just strictly hardware.
the
stores.
cashier was I don't know the whole backstory, but she was apparently either not taking care of the business quick enough, or B, was denying them something. Which, you know, when you deny a customer something,
women, I believe, were using an expired or invalid coupon.
Oh my gosh, they're soccer moms.
Well, did you see their haircuts?
Well, yeah.
I missed this. See, I don't watch the news. I don't.
we need to find the
only
video and post a link. You do.
The only
It's out.
reason I knew about
Chapo's
it is 'cause
pulling it
came
up right now.
on
Chapo's
Twitter.
pulling it up right now.
The-
But
the-
anyway, because they
Which
were,
it's gonna be what Cass just said is gonna be funny here in a second.
yeah. Why over an
So-
expired coupon, guys? I worked retail for
hang on.
22
Let's
years.
not forget to point out here that the cashier was African American. So these three white ladies are going off on this. Yes,
It was in Texas too.
in Texas. Okay,
that makes even
so,
better sense.
because everything's bigger. In
Everything's bigger in Texas.
And so calling her every racist name in the book and just screaming at her and whatever. And of course, this whole thing's being filmed. And they make a mention that if this video goes viral on YouTube or on Facebook, we're gonna sue you. Well, it did go viral
on Twitter.
on Twitter.
That's probably one of the best things about it is people forget
that's justice.
people forget things like Twitter and Snapchat and Instagram are a thing, and you can record video on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then next thing
Actually,
you know,
more things go viral actually come from Twitter
Yeah.
than they do anywhere else.
yeah, 'cause
Which is
Twitter,
funny
you
because I
can
don't.
on Twitter, it's almost expected that people voice their opinions.
Yeah.
So a lot more people are apt to do it, meaning they're more apt to retweet things and put their comments on it.
I get more answers to questions on our Facebook page than I do on the Scout.
We don't use Twitter enough, and we
Yeah,
need
we need
to, and that
to.
is something we are going to correct. We actually may be getting a new Twitter page, by the way, because we're having trouble with getting the
Or the
login
Instagram?
information.
The Twitter, we're still getting
Instagram. I'm sorry. Yes, a new Instagram page, but
Cast the bad.
because the information I have as far as the login isn't correct.
Isn't
so
correct, so we may have to
we
get a new
may be getting a new one.
But yeah, so they threatened to sue
Yes.
over a coupon.
No. First of all,
No,
you
the
can't.
suing was over the video.
The suing was over if the video went viral. Which, by the way, sorry, you're in a public place. That's public domain and freedom of the press. You have no right.
You have no right to
You
sue.
have nothing to stand on there in the first place.
Yeah, you'd just be out a couple $100,000 for an attorney.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And would end up as a story on what you may have missed. So yeah.
Yeah.
What else is going on in the world? Who else do we need to make fun of?
There was the soccer mom who basically called the police. Okay,
Oh boy.
we're white. Him and I are white. We are European of descent.
What?
Yes, I am German,
yourself,
German and
man.
Italian. Where did you come from?
The womb. You'll see when a man and a woman love each other very much.
Your DNA.
the-
I'm talking about your DNA.
I am primarily a pretty good combination of like German and Indian.
Okay, so if you
Native
didn't notice, we both are pale skinned. Okay, white people of America. This is coming from two white males. Stop it.
Stop it.
Please. Just because you see somebody of darker skin tone than you, whether they be African American or black,
Well,
they don't need to have the phone called on them if they're doing the same stuff you do.
I will say, I would say that racism now is almost as bad as it was in like the 50s
Yeah.
and 60s. However, now, and I'm going to make a pretty strong claim here.
Okay.
I would almost venture as far as to say that now racism is worse now than it's ever been, but it's the other way around.
I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, you have a lot more. Okay, wording this as carefully as I can because this is gonna. I fear that this may sound worse than what it's meant to. I'm more looking at facts and things like this, but things like Black Lives Matter movement, the more radical side of that, where the accusations against police, different things like that. I think when it comes to like the police, shooting black males and things like that, I think Morgan Freeman put that best, where it's not happening any more than it's ever happened. It's just there's more people filming things now.
Yeah.
But
Again, I think a lot of things are coming because of these.
And I'm not trying to say that black people are more racist towards white people than white people are against black people or any other color for that matter. I think that racism is the wrong word. Everyone is so afraid of everyone else Because, and it's not that we are, I don't want to say afraid as in like you see someone of a different color walking down the street and you cross to the other side of the street or whatever. But like more, it's becoming more like you're afraid of saying the wrong thing or doing the wrong thing and offending that person and then being retaliated against because you're saying, and
I get it.
Accidentally,
Yeah.
is what it boils down to. It's just people are so self-absorbed and self-important that they are also self-conscious, overly self-conscious. I mean, being self-conscious is fine if it makes you be careful about things, but like, we shouldn't have to be constantly afraid of who we're going to upset. Because then you're just going to upset more people in the process.
But in the same token,
I'm not saying what I'm trying
conscious.
to say.
Yeah.
I'm being self-conscious myself right
you
now.
are, yeah.
I'm essentially proving my own point.
But my biggest problem is when you've got white middle America calling the police for people swimming in a public pool, mowing yards, at a barbecue, sitting outside of a gas station talking to friends, stuff that we did as kids routinely.
You mean they were loitering?
They were loitering.
That's like the
I actually got in trouble for loitering once.
I haven't got but that's what I'm trying to say is these are routine, everyday things that people are calling the police on that it doesn't matter to you. People of America.
Is it hurting you in some ways other than your pride?
Yeah, other than your pride. Oh my God, that little girl is selling lemonade at the end of her driveway without a permit. Really? Because
call Country Time. They'll help you out.
They'll help you out. Or peddling water next to a construction site, or heaven forbid, a teenage boy is actually out doing something good for his community, like mowing yards and earning a wage to do it.
Yeah.
I mowed yards as a kid.
Oh, but he's a different color than me.
It doesn't matter.
It must be something illegal happening here.
Your opinion stops at the end of your nose.
Right? Yeah.
That
he
was
stole
something
that. He stole their mower and went and siphoned someone's gas, and now he's mowing their lawn without their permission.
Oh my God! He can come mow my yard anytime he wants. I'll even provide the
I'll
mower
pay
and the
him for
gas. Yes. But that's what I'm trying to get at, Golly. Is stop
Golly?
being self-absorbed. Stop being self-righteous. Stop giving your opinion because it's something different than you.
Yeah.
My grandmother, God rest her soul, said it best to me. She said, Danny, as you grow up, I want you to understand one thing.
Yeah.
Your opinion stops at the end of your nose.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where your rights stop.
Yes, guys.
Okay, I agree with that. I agree with everything you said, but like it's still important to share your opinion.
Well, I'm not
It's
saying...
like a good friendly debate is fun.
Yeah,
It's fun. It's good fun.
Back in the day,
Like that's one of the reasons I was recommended for speech and debate is because I had no problem debating my opinion and my ideals and my ideas.
back in the day, there used to be a regular thing to hang out on the square downtown.
Yeah.
And during this time period, of course, I hung out with all the freaks and the weird kids. And on the weekends, there was even a live-action vampire game that took place there, which I didn't play, but I hung out with all those people.
I did.
And so, I mean, this was a time period where I could go there on a Monday night when it was 30 degrees and raining outside, and I'd still find 15 people I didn't mind hanging out with. Well, because there were so many of the freaks hanging out there at the time, you would have these, religious groups that would come out, especially on the weekends, and a lot of these groups were very, very radical. They would come out. I remember one in particular that came out with little bottles of holy water, and they walked around like blessing the no skateboarding signs, but they would just stand up and Westboro style. They would stand up and preach and basically tell us all that we were going to hell just for being who we are. Well, a lot of the people that hung out there would go over and they would, get into arguments with them and yell stuff back at them. But I was always the one that I wanted to sit down and have a conversation with them. And it wasn't just religious groups either. I mean, you had all different kinds of groups that were coming out there just to start crap with each other, essentially. But I always wanted to sit down and talk to these people and have a rational conversation
Not an argument. There's
Not
a
an
difference.
argument.
A conversation.
It's not even so much a debate. It's literally a conversation, a sharing of opinions. I mean, because if you have somebody that has, I mean, you know, your opinion is A, their opinion is Z minus to the 10th power, just as far away from your opinion as it could possibly be. Try this, okay? Instead of mocking that person, instead of ostracizing that person, sit down and talk to them. Because I guarantee it, this is going to be one of the best conversations you've ever had.
That's what
Share opinions.
Real
Yes.
quick.
Notoriation to that, the only person I will never listen to their opinion about is if they agree that pedophiles should be part of the LGBTQ community, because they should not.
Wow.
That's a totally different. That's a totally different.
Yeah, that's a-
the maps.
That's ethical.
That's ethical right
Not
there.
maps.
Oh no, not
it's
maps,
still,
but
hey, it's still opinion related.
Yeah.
Like,
It is opinion related,
do
but yes,
listen to
like,
people's
that goes to
opinions
ethics.
Mm-hmm.
and have conversations about with them, but you were being obnoxious.
But so many of those times I would sit down with these people, and again, these were very, very radical groups, and by the end of it, many times, at least some aspect of their beliefs, I had changed their opinion because we talked about it, and I explained to them why I felt the way that I felt, and they explained, that same thing back to me. But so that's what it boils down to, guys.
Yeah, just
a bit of a rant.
Yeah, don't be so full of yourself that you don't want to take in the bigger picture. I mean, we all get so narrow into our phones and what social media, and everybody is a social media warrior.
My opinion is that these are destroying our lives.
But I agree. If you see something you don't necessarily agree with, don't brush it off.
You don't have to confront it.
No, you don't have to be.
Approach
I
it.
want it. Approach
Embrace
it.
it.
Embrace it. Talk about it.
Embrace it.
Embrace it. Hashtag embrace.
Hashtag embrace it.
Embrace it. And talk about it and share ideas, and that's how you grow. That's how you get more knowledge as you talk.
And you know what the best thing is? Take everything we've said today, and if you disagree with anything we've said today, guess what?
You're a Nazi.
It's just an opinion.
Wait, what?
You're not. That was wonderful. So, check us out, guys, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Share an opinion.
Yeah.
Put it in the comments
Put it
below.
in the
Any
comments below.
opinion.
Anything.
What's something that you firmly believe in? Drop it in the comments. We
And
want to
then-
hear it.
And FYI, we're not Nazis. I mean, we're bald, but we're not Nazis.
Right?
I'm saying
He's saying that they're a Nazi because they disagree with us. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyone that disagrees with anything you guys just said is a Nazi.
That's a topic for a
And we
later
still
discussion.
love you for it.
And we still love you, and we welcome a debate. You're following us on YouTube. Keep doing those YouTubes. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. We're in the push to 300 subscribers.
Yeah, get yourself a T-shirt. You can get those by
at
visiting
this.
us on our Facebook page, and that's right here.
Woohoo!
Yeah, just shoot us a private message on our Facebook page, letting us know what colors you would like. That's color of the shirt, color of the text. You see blue, orange. You get whatever color you want.
Yeah.
And so let us know what colors you want, what size you need. $20 for a short sleeve, $22 for a long. Go ahead and pick up one of our hoodies for $25.
Yeah, you never know when it's going to get colder around here. It is Missouri.
That's right. Can't take the heat. Wait about 5-6 minutes.
Yes, right. Whew. It'll be hotter.
It'll
We
be,
will
yeah, right.
see you guys tomorrow on Friday.
Yeah, we have a little something special tomorrow. Something a little different. So come celebrate with us. We'll see you then.
I'm John from Paragould, and this is the Russian clip of the day.
Hey guys, thanks for watching that video. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, and if you liked what you see, go ahead and click on our faces to go ahead and subscribe to get all of our Monday through Friday stuff.
Indeed. And here's a couple of links down below that you can follow to watch more shows like it. Tons of great content right here at Scallywag Productions. We'll see you tomorrow.